Hi everyone, and welcome to cyberspace. This is our Final Fantasy XI Let's Play series, and welcome to the first episode of it. I wanted to show you the full effect of Final Fantasy XI, and you cannot have that without the PlayOnline experience. In order to play Final Fantasy XI, you have to use the PlayOnline viewer, and it's incredible. This is one of my favorite things. I'm not even like completely sincerely. Everyone kind of dunked on it and called it like just this weird clumsy thing that got in the way of launching Final Fantasy XI, but I love it. I thought it was the coolest shit. This is what I wanted the internet to be. This is what I still want the internet to be. Shit. What is my password? I think that's it. I have too many passwords, but listen, we got the weird, like, the sounds, the music, everything here is so good. Look at this. This is so, like, this is everything. Is this not everything? It is March 3rd, 2021. We are in the future. We are extremely in the future. I love that this still takes kind of a while to load up everything. It used to be real slow. This was something we did on dial-up, mind you. I actually originally played this on the PlayStation 2, which you bought the game and you got a hard drive that you had to install in the back of your PlayStation 2 to install it on. And it was kind of like wild. Like it was definitely an experience at the time. And I know that part of the reason I want to do this is because I want to remember what it was about MMOs that was so fascinating and engaging at the time. And I know this is not going to be that experience because so much of Final Fantasy XI has changed in that time. Just like, even if I went to go back to Ultima Online, is Ultima Online even still online? I don't know. I imagine, I assume it, must be. It will not be the same. And that's fine. But I think there's still, either there is a remnant of that experience, just like with the PlayOnline. Like right now, we're doing PlayOnline, but I think, and this is very much a remnant of the original experience, it feels identical to the way it was then. And so I want to see if there's a remnant of that experience within Final Fantasy XI itself, and I want to see if maybe that was never actually there at all, and it was just this is all just nostalgia and the exuberance of God, I was 18 and in college. So let's just peek around PlayOnline for a minute, because I want to show you, we have we get this little news portal. This is, very reminiscent of kind of how portals were the original kind of progenitor of the web. You had to go to, even things like AOL, CompuServe, Prodigy Online, but then later, even websites themselves, Yahoo. Yahoo is a portal service. They wanted to kind of be your hub for, and your mediator for the web. And PlayOnline very much kind of mimicked that, but it was your hub for Final Fantasy XI, ultimately. I think they probably, at some point were like, maybe we would have more, but never became that. And so it became this weird version of kind of like the Sierra online network, the Imagination Network, as it was called. Just a portal for, this one game, but you could see news. What's this going to take us to? This is, newsflash, Final Fantasy XI official site. Visit the Final Fantasy XI official site from the URL below. and we could not click on that because there is no web browser built into this, which is, it needed one, but maybe we could just keep clicking on news. The next version update is scheduled for Tuesday, April 5th. Can you believe that this game is still getting updated after all these years? Was it 2001? I don't remember when. Okay, so here we are. This is how we get into Final Fantasy XI. I don't want to be there just yet because we're not done exploring PlayOnline. So we've got all this great music. First of all, and see, like we have a file manager, so we can manage our screenshots. We have no greeting cards. Look how complicated all this is. It's just surprisingly deep for something that, kind of got mischaracterized as just a clumsy launcher. And we have mail. We could send mail to our PlayOnline friends, but we don't have any PlayOnline friends, and sadly. Look at our address book. We have no addresses. How tragic. Maybe in the course of this, we'll end up making a PlayOnline friend, and we can send them a letter. I think that would be fun. If you were out there and you're playing Final Fantasy XI, and I did something I shouldn't have. And you have a PlayOnline email, like, why don't you drop me a message and I'll write you back, friend? Wouldn't that be fun? So now we've got the chat rooms, because we can go to the chat room. So let's find a chat room. Maybe there's someone online. No, there's no users. That's sad. No one wants to do this. One of the things you originally could do is you could also use PlayOnline to launch just a standalone Tetramaster, which was a big draw, and it cost like an extra $5 a month. I never did it because I was never that into Tetramaster. I was just here for the Final Fantasy XI, really. And the chat rooms. The zones. What rooms do we got? Let's see. So we've got some Japanese language rooms. This one is the beginner's welcome and coffee break room. Looking for advice, chit chat. And so then we have the same ones kind of for English language. Coffee break, chit chat. I love the idea of just like the coffee break room and the chit chat room. It was the update list. And I love just all the animations for everything, and everything has a little sound effect, and it's all just here. And we can set all these different options. Yeah, here's the other thing that I wanted to get to. So there's all kinds of wallpaper. There used to be more. But you can also change your own. But then there's different music. If I remember correctly, they're all by, Noriko Matsueda, who is, like, on her own, like, a very storied game composer, but she also did all of these PlayOnline background musics, which are just wonderful. We're going to take a minute to listen to them, just sample them. It was so crucial to have the right background music for your PlayOnline and to set it all up, to have your whole profile and everything. I know people that like really didn't, and they were like, "What's wrong with you, Dia? Why are you so invested in this?" But this is the best. This is what I wanted the internet to be. It reminded me of old BBSs, and like part of the thing that's great about BBSs was a sense of, and I was talking to my friend Lee Alexander about this earlier, that at this time when with the web, and even before that, the internet had a sense of spatiality, and it provided a sense of spatiality to us that we've really lost. Even before the internet, I remember dialing into Dan's computer in like Boise, Idaho, and with other people. Other people would be dialing in, like 5 other people would be dialing into Dan's computer in Boise, Idaho, and we'd be leaving messages for each other and playing games with one another. And it was a very real sense of kind of like we are kind of digitally hanging out in this dude's garage. And he had pot and Warhammer. Like, it was kind of the feel, the vibe of it. And a lot of these services ended up kind of similarly feeling that way, which was always cool. But we have definitely kind of lost that to some degree. So this is Jazz 1 by Noriko Matsueda. Let's see. This has extremely Squaresoft RPG vibes, is it not? Wow. Extremely. What's a good jam, though? Then we have Dance of the Fairies. So these are all... Oh. Dance of the Fairies gets into it. Dance of the Fairies is bringing it. This is so good. Wow. I don't remember this one. I definitely remember Space and I remember Jazz 1. Silver Pocket Watch, but... this one's new to me. Or at least, I don't remember it. This feels like it belongs more at home than like Final Fantasy Tactics. Almost. Sorry, I was just adjusting my audio mixer because it was getting a little bit rowdy there. Okay, and then Peace of Mind. Yeah, this one's just... it's like maybe you wanted to log in with those good slice of life anime vibes. That's like totally valid. Do you want those like really nice, chill slice of life anime vibes in your life? Peace of Mind by Noriko Matsueda is like right here for you. There's like just like a shot of just like a nice, mild-mannered anime girl eating some toast in the morning before she walks out the door. Like, that's the vibes you want to cultivate. I believe in you. You know, maybe you're a large bear and you're like, you know, just shaking out your bedspread in the morning and making your bed before you go about your day. Or maybe you're just like riding your bike home. You're just a big bear riding your bike home from work. All valid lifestyle choices. And they're all here in Peace of Mind by Noriko Matsueda. Okay. Now we can't go through all of these because there's so many of them. Like, look at all this. But okay. Maybe you want to be a cool guy when you log in to PlayOnline. And if you want to be a cool guy, this is the song for you. Like, this is extremely valid. If you want to log into the internet, this is what you want cyberspace to be. I totally support you, my friends. Okay, what else we got? Pacific Payload. There's some space shit. I need to like send this. I just need to like record this and just send this to like Austin Walker. Shout out to Austin Walker, who is the only one that truly gets me with Phantasy Star Online Pioneer 2, which is the ultimate space jam. This is a good space jam though. This is some mech action shit right here. Yeah, you could definitely put together some real cool mech montage scenes with this track right here. Oh, we're breaking it down. Hell yeah. Get it, Norco. Okay. So yeah, fluffiness. This has just real big, like, post Final Fantasy VI vibes. Like, it's weird because it's straddling the line between Secret of Mana era and Squaresoft and, like, post Final Fantasy VI vibes. So that's pretty good. This is what we hear when we log in. Dolphin. Naruto Matsueda really, like, brought, like, a lot of... really opened the door to jazz being brought into Square Enix in a lot of ways. Like seriously, literally jazz too. So yeah, but you would have to, you come in here, you pick your, set up your. I think, you know what? I think we want that slice of life. I think we want peace of mind. That's what we want. No. Didn't set it for some reason. But whatever. We're fine. We'll figure it out later. So anyway. This is PlayOnline. This is our profile. See, it's important to have a good profile. Like, here's our profile. I use Tess from Legend of Mana. Because Tess rules. That's my little profile picture. But there's all sorts of ones you could use. Like, look at, you can tell where this is from because, you know, we eventually got like 10 and 2. We get Tactics Advance, Threads of Fate. You can use, you can choose, you want to be someone from Bouncer? You can like represent yourself as someone from the Bouncer. You can do that. Square Enix wasn't embarrassed by that. I'm 38. I'm a writer. I'm female. My approximate age will show the people in the world. They're not going to see that I'm actually 38. They'll see that I'm like 30s. I'm in North America. I speak English. I don't really speak other languages because I'm good in them. My interest, you gotta set your interest for portals like this, are video games, surfing the web, and casual wear. Because you have to pick a general, a general one, but then, so like, let's say you have hobbies, your interest is hobbies, but then maybe you're interested in gunpla, maybe you're interested in pachinko, maybe you're interested in motorcycle racing. You can be really interesting in PlayOnline's land. You're into sports? What kind of sports you into? You into rugby? Billiards? Judo? Like, look at all these sports. These are all these sports you could let people know. Hey, I'm into cool stuff. I told people, hey, I'm into casual wear and video games. This is the future. Be who you want. I'm a little cactus. Cactus, these video games and casual wear. Okay. So that's PlayOnline. That is not the full depth of PlayOnline, but I think you get the gist of what the world was like with PlayOnline. And so once we checked in, we popped our heads in the chat rooms and saw what's going on there, and we, responded to our PlayOnline emails to our cool PlayOnline friends. Then it was time to boot up Final Fantasy. And we're going to do that. I actually haven't made a lot of decisions about what all we're going to be doing in our time in Vana'diel yet. So we're just going to we're going to go with the motions. And
it all began with a stone, or so the legend says. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its many-colored light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. Bathed in that light, the world entered an age of bliss, until after a time, the gods fell into slumber. That world was called Vana'diel.
I haven't watched this opening cinematic in
the
decades.
863rd year of the Crystal Era, Vana'diel was in the midst of a great war. Faced with invasion by the Shadow Lord and his hordes of beastmen, the leaders of the enlightened peoples united their forces in desperate alliance. They were the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastu, the Federation of Winders, and the Grand Duchy of Juno. Together, they struggled for survival in battle after battle as chaos engulfed the land.
I really don't remember things being that dire. Wild. Like, I remember it being kind of like, hey, you know, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy. Oh, look, y'all. This game definitely suffered from the Beastmen problem. It's not quite as egregious as Final Fantasy XIV gets, just by virtue of the fact that it just didn't do as much. But it definitely, we definitely have some problems with the Beastmen. We have the Tolkien problems. But also we get some just, like, sick Warhammer vibes, but like, what if Warhammer but Squaresoft? And it kind of works, so, you know, whatever. The orcs in this are cool as hell. That's all I'm gonna say. And these little weirdos. Oh, this opening is sick as hell, and I do not remember this at all. Yo, they got multiple behemoths. They're just coming in with... these little shitty kids, they're gonna die. No, they're not gonna die, but they're gonna watch a lot of people die. They're gonna get real fucked up about it. My earliest memories of Final Fantasy XI are getting just destroyed, just absolutely just taken apart by orcs, because I was hubristic, like that guy. I thought I was cool, and I wasn't, and that happened to me. It's a little sad that they haven't updated the cinematic to, you know, modern resolutions, but it still holds up.
Aldo, listen. You've got to climb.
Okay, Aldo, you gotta climb. This little shit's gonna live, and his sister's gonna get, like, torn apart by orcs.
Sis? Can you lower yourself down? I think so. Sis, are you all right? Emmeline? Aldo, just run!
Damn.
Emmeline?
Nope. Is this guy eating, bro? Aldo. Okay, we have entered the era of Squaresoft and big choirs. Dude, that kid's not okay. Damn. I extremely did not remember the opening of Final Fantasy XI being quite so grim. I probably... You know, the fucked up thing is I probably was just like, yeah, Crystal, guys talking, skip. 20 years later. Oh, look, it's all night. Look, the orcs went and destroyed your shitty town, and now it's a nice forest. It's an environmental message. Is that Aldo? Aldo came back. Aldo came back, and he's a prick, and he's gonna like. He's like, I'm gonna rebuild. I got a cat girlfriend, and we're gonna rebuild. We're gonna gentrify the forest. Oh, look at all of his friends. He brought the whole polycule. And Aldo grew up to unionize the subs. So, wow, that was one hell of a cinematic. It was great right up until the end. So here we are. Ooh, that got really loud. Final Fantasy XI is a massively multiplayer role-playing game that is accessed through PlayOnline. Before playing, please read the Final Fantasy XI user agreement. I'm good. Connection terminated or not available. Is PlayOnline down? Go online. Connect. Whatever happened? How bizarre. Like we're clearly online. Let's see what happened. Try this again. I mean, this was the thing that happened. What you're not seeing is just how frequently you had to sit through multiple hours of updates. Here we go. So now we're in. Okay. Look at this. 2002. That's when this game happened. This volume is extremely loud. I'm just going to turn this down so I can hear myself think. So here we are. We're getting this beautiful flyover of zone. I don't actually remember what zone this is, but we're flying over it. There's a nice waterfall. And here's all of our list of installed expansions. So when this came out in America, it had already been expanded upon in Japan. And so we got Rise of the Xylart and Chains of Promethea. So we got 2 expansions as soon as it launched. And that was cool. It was kind of like, wow, look at all the bonus game you get just for buying it once. And it's going to take you like, a billion years to get even like to the first part. Because good luck getting a party together. No, I'm just kidding. It was a sometimes fraught game. So, first of all, I need to get out of that. We need to kill a character because I wanted to test this and I created the Gregster. We are not going to play as the Gregster. Oh, I need to delete the Gregster. Delete character Gregster? The data will be lost forever. Are you sure you want to erase this data? I don't know. I think we need to get rid of the Gregster. So I need to hold down the L3 button or the D key. Gotta really... Just see if we click it faster, we can make it go away. Bye, Gregster. Peace out. You are currently unused option on this ID. You only get one character slot unless you pay for more. That is the rules of Final Fantasy XI. Square Enix really wanted every single drop of money they could get from you. Because you had to pay for like a subscription, and then technically you had to pay for like a character slot. It shook out to like a normal... Okay. You have to see this character creation screen because it's incredible. And we're gonna sit through all of them because they're great. They have this very strange vibe at times. So yeah, this is a male Hume. He... I'm sorry, I forgot how silly these are. But like, this is also so cool. I mean, Ultima Online did not give you this. Even WoW. WoW is just static. You just had like your orc just sitting there menacing at you. But like, this guy is just running through a field. Like, what? What is he doing? Where is he going? What are you trying to accomplish, my guy? Oh, he heard a bird flying through the sky and he looked up at it. I'm sorry, but this is so cool. It's so... Final Fantasy XIV doesn't have anything like this. And it's a later game. This is such a weird, just quirky innovation at the time. And it's still... It makes me so happy. Okay, so now he's gonna loop again. But... And then... Okay. No. So this is the human female who, this, like, it has, like, the intense vibes of, like, you know when you go to the mall and they have the weird, like, runway shows of, like local girls? And, like, you're kind of like, is this, like, a human trafficking front or what's going on here? But it really has, like, you know, suburban, mid-Atlantic shopping mall, fashion show vibes, which is just great. Also, Human Girl's got some thighs. Look at that. But she got to stretch because she got a crick in her back. So yeah, and then we have the elven male. They're the Elvon. They've got some ears. They've got some ears and some David Bowie complex going on. He's gonna run too. He's gonna run with a grimace. Is he gonna fall? I don't remember if you know. He's gonna stop. Like a normal person. He's not gonna fall down and collapse. It'd be weird like the human. But look at how expressive his face was. This is 2002. The one thing about Final Fantasy XI that I do remember was, like, even when other games had much better kind of texturing and things like that, the character models in this game were just so far beyond what other games were doing at the time. Like, you compare this to like something like WoW, and it's just like WoW was literally like these weird, like, low poly, like, blobs, just very angular low poly blobs, and then this game's just like, what? We don't want to look like that. Look at our expressive faces. Okay, and then there's the girl Elvon. The elves have such weird bodies in this game. And again, we have the just extreme, like, somewhere between a shopping mall runway show and, like, weird Graveray, like, it's like a Graveray, you know, aerobics video. She's like, why am I doing fashion show in middle of greenery? What is going on? Where am I? Where is my passport? What are they thinking? Are they just like these empty-headed vessels waiting for us to select a body to inhabit? Like, what's going on here? Also, what is this outfit? Like, don't get me wrong, I would totally wear, you know, I guess if I had this weird elf body, I would totally rock this outfit too. I don't know. And then these are the Taru. If you play Final Fantasy, you know them as the Lalafell, but the Taru are very different. They are much more... I don't even know what to say about the Taru. Like, what is hell is going on here? I had a friend who played on the PlayStation 2, and the PlayStation 2 was, you know, it was limited by virtue of not having kind of the resolution of a computer. And so he automatically, like by default, he had a lower screen resolution, but then he played a Taru, which put his camera, like, you know, barely a foot off the ground, so he could never see anything. It was really funny. He made it work, but what the hell? What kind of character creator is this? Do you want to be this thing? Do you want to be this weird little, like, cocktail onion-headed child simpleton that can't walk without its, like, you know, colossal head flopping it to the ground? He's gonna make it on its own. Look at him, he's gonna pretend he's flying. Now he's stopping to look at bugs. What is going on here? And now he's walking with care and abandon, and then boom. And this is the Taru girl. She's just full of wonder. So she's got this kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics-esque, you know, theme song. Oh, and now she's gonna frolic, so we have frolic music. The Taru are much less illegal than the Lalafell. The Lalafell are definitely way bad. Lalafell are bad. Sorry, y'all, if you're fucking with Lalafell, I can't. Like, the Taru definitely have much more just kind of like, you know, weird Hobbit/children vibes. That are like, just kind of like, okay, you're just sense of wonder, childlike, you know, joy kind of thing. I mean, they're still illegal, don't get me wrong, but much less so than the Lalafell, which are like, it just shit ain't right. The Lalafell just ain't right. So then we have the, you know, up until now, each race, each species has had a male and a female, the two genders. But then we get into the Mithra, who only exist as cat girls and absolutely are here to just give you the big Gravaray vibes. Look, this game knows what kind of furry pervert you are, alright? So she's actually going to do calisthenics. So we get the Gravaray workout video. Imagine writing the song for this. This is just so much. I very briefly rolled a Mithra in this game. We will not be rolling a Mithra this time. Now she's doing weird cat shit. Okay, the Mithra are kind of terrifying now that I come, like, back to this. Like, what? Like, everyone's kind of terrifying in this game, but the Mithra are definitely terrifying. And then we have the Galka. And the Galka, they're like the Rogadin, only way bigger, and they have tails. Like, the Galka are cool as hell. Galka, like, the Rogadin ain't got shit on Galka. Look at his big ass weird arms. Look at his teeth. But look at those big ass weird arms. His arms are way too big for his legs. But that's okay. He's having trouble walking because he body too damn big for his legs. I had a Galka tank for a little while. He was pretty good. When I was like on one of my starting characters, I was just like, I was trying to be big as shit. And then I ended up, I think I settled on an elf. An elf with their weird bodies. Everyone got weird bodies in this game. Everyone's kind of terrifying. It's all a little bit body horror. So, those are the races, and you can tell, so you can see over here on the side, they've all got different stats. And it tells us their size. This is actually small. He's apparently size small. I think we're just gonna be a human lady. And let's see if we can find a better... That face. See, this is the one problem. You can actually choose a simplified option where they just kind of are static and you can see who they are and what's going on with them. So these are the various faces we can choose. Look at this lesbian. Final Fantasy is not about not giving you some good lesbians. We'll say that much. You know, if you're a sapphic, Final Fantasy will never do you wrong. Look at this bitch. I like her. We could be a blonde or a brunette. I don't know. Do we want to be a blonde? We could be a blonde. That could be fun. Let's be a blonde. And then we could be small, medium, or large. Let's be medium. All right, now we have to pick a class. So we have warriors that are like tanks. Monks, kind of damage dealers with like a lot of, utility. White mage are white mages, black mages are black mages, red mages are red mages. Red mage is actually kind of like, it's always been kind of my jam. The warrior's not bad. We also, in this game, you get jobs and then you have sub-jobs. And you can change them out and level them up independently and make combinations, and the combinations impact one another in various ways. I think I'm gonna start as white mage or red mage. It's such a tough call. Let's start out as a white mage. That's what I'm maining right now in Final Fantasy 11, in Final Fantasy 14. So let's. And I was a white mage briefly. I don't know, it was for a decent while actually, in 11. So we'll see what it's like and how it shakes out and how it's different and all those kind of fun things. Now we need a name. So we're gonna name her after. We'll just name her Carmelita. Okay, just... Oh wait, we can generate random names. We gotta see what the random name generator's like. Press the plus key. Cam. Kalon. Aklis. And it's Serbia. Eurydice. I can't even pronounce that. Elizabetha, Arvan, Evie, Everin, Elsa, Coiler, Aethys. These are some names. Annabelle, Bronte, Cassini, Breach, Cinnamon. Is that... Oh, Anita Rose. I was like, Antifarose? Actually, Antifarose is a great name. We're gonna go with Antifarose. Hell yeah, this is Antifarose. And, I think it was it Odin that people said was a good server? Shucks. Is it Odin or Bahamut? I know like Siren or Asura is where like everyone is from what I remember. Because that's where the Final Fantasy XI Reddit is. But I hear it's like obnoxiously crowded and the shout channel is always like popping. Fuck. I think it was Odin. You know what? We're gonna just commit to Odin. God, you can't say that. This is a post Oathbreakers white supremacist world. So we're gonna work our character on Odin and we'll see how that goes. Do I have a gold word pass? I don't think I do. I don't even know what that is. Okay, we are gonna start in Sandoria because that is, that's my home. It has just always been my home. That's where I always started in Final Fantasy XI. The Kingdom of Sandoria. The Elven, a proud race of warriors, forged this kingdom in northern Quan from the fires of civil war. House d'Oragi has ruled from the fortress city of Sandoria for over 500 years. 2 elite chivalric orders keep watch over the kingdom. The Royal Knights patrol its borders, while the Temple Knights maintain peace within the capital. Thanks to their vigilance, no army has ever breached the city walls. So we get some nationalism going on in this game, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's an MMO. There are factions. That's just how it is. The Republic of Bastok. The nation was established in southern Quan by the Humes, a people with great technological ingenuity. The president is elected by popular vote. Once a small mining town, the capital city of Bastok prospered when Mithril was discovered in the surrounding mountains. In time, it grew into the great industrial power it is today. In the southern part of the capital lived the mighty Galka. They tirelessly worked the mines and forges that drive Bastok's economy. I love Bastok. Look, I just love the look of this city. It's really funny because I definitely have always gravitated to Sandoria, but it's such a generic fantasy place compared to what like Bastok and even Windurst, Stoke. I think that's what the guy in the whatchamacallit in the opening called it, but I always definitely said Bastok. Everyone I knew said Bastok, so whatever. Just like kind of an interesting shape to their buildings, these kind of smooth, organic masonry. That's a sick fountain. Look at that sick fountain. That is so good. Okay. And then there's Windurst. The Federation of Windurst. Yeah, look at this place. Isn't this great? The tribes of Taru Taru from the sweeping grasslands and neighboring islands of southern Mindartia, united to form this League of States. It is governed by a council of representatives from the 5 ministries of magic, legacies of the 5 founding tribes. Their decisions are based on the prophecies of the mystic star Sybil. The capital, Windurst City, was razed in the war 20 years ago, but this prominent center of learning has since been restored to its former glory. They have a giant tree building. Do you have a giant tree building? No, you don't. And their giant tree is actually way cooler than WoW's giant tree. I remember when WoW came out, shortly after this, and I was just like, oh yeah, you got a giant tree? Uh-huh. Well, let me tell you about my buddies in Windurst. So, already, I'm just very, once again, taken by the visual design of these cities. These capital cities are so evocative and fun. And look at the plants here. But we We are going to be a white mage and we are going to align ourselves with Vana'diel. So we are Antifarose. And we're going to begin play. Player data is registered. What up, Antifarose? And now we're going to have our kind of opening introductory scene. Yeah, this is my Vana'diel theme. The fortress city of Vana'diel lies to the north of the great continent of Quan, the beating heart of an ancient kingdom. It is home to 1,000 legends past. But now, her reign of glory is but a memory. Heroes raise shining swords to the heavens no more. Shout out to Hanapuna. The sun has set on the kingdom of knights, an old lion, never to rise again. Thus do some dismiss her now. Yet young elven knights still venture proudly into the wilds of Vana'diel, determined to triumph over any foe. That's Aravogue TK. There we are, Antifarose, walking in to Vana'diel to make our fortune and our fame. That's not as good as the Bastok fountain. Still a good fountain, but it's not as good. Should fortune favor her, bards across the land will sing of her exploits for generations to come. Of course, she has only begun her rise to glory. No one can tell what her future holds. They're talking about us. They're talking about Antifarose. Never before has she set foot within the elven capital, but she is resolved to let nothing stand in her way. I guess that's what it said. It went too fast. So here we are. This is us. We're just gonna do the big flyby and zoom in on ourselves, and there we are. What up, Antifarose? Antifarose got some hips. This is Sirale. Okay, and yeah, so this is Final Fantasy XI is very much a graphical mud. So here we go. We have down in the bottom corner is where, in this little menu, where everything really happens in here. He is talking to us. Sirale said, "I say, watch where you're going." Oh, a new recruit, are you? That explains it. The elves are they're just really prissy bitches. Daniel is trying to sell job points or something. I don't know what's going on. Well, far be it from me to chastise someone on her first day. Still, as a citizen of Vana'diel, you... Wait, the expedition has returned. Where's the expedition? This is the expedition. Halt! I must inspect your ranks for infiltrators. Look at these dudes. These dudes look cool. Sirale, you suck. And Trenu. Oh, let us through. We're exhausted. Still, I must check for infiltrators. As a temple knight, I am responsible for the safety of the citadel. You royal knights must cooperate. Is that how you thank us? Treating us like criminals? Vana'diel, that's one hell of a name. You temple knights have it easy, safe inside these walls. We have no time for your games. Yeah, tell him, Armaviond. How dare you? What is going on here? Corilla's my girl. Look at this bitch. Is she not the shit? Corilla, Lady Corilla, these royal knights refuse to verify their identities. Welcome back, Royal Knights. You must be weary. After reporting to Prince Tryon, shed your armor and see your families. Long have they waited for you. Yes, Lady Carilla. Royal Knights, forward. See, Carilla's reasonable. She's a good person. Sorrel needs to chill the fuck out with his weird arms. Those knights are back from a dangerous mission. Remember that sometimes rules can be bent. Take pride in your duties and do not mind the trivial. Remember, we are the face of Sandoria. Yes, madam. And to the new recruit, I say this: the glory of Sandoria depends upon each and every citizen. Good luck. General Carilla, bravo, you are gifted with much sympathy. That's Rahal, that's how Rahal talks. Without your temple knights, we royal knights could not patrol the wilderness. Your order is a sturdy pillar upon which we rest. We are not your servants, Rahal, but tell me how fared your patrol. You seem drawn to the world outside, Carilla. Perhaps you find this fortress too constraining. None of your business, but your troops did look weary. Did you make any progress against the enemy? No, it is ever the same. No one can tell what orcs may do next, and always I must struggle with two chains of command. You know, Prince Tryon and Prince Puge. I see the wisdom in both of their strategies, but... Rahal, we needn't discuss this before the recruit. Shall we walk to the castle? It would be an honor. Let us enjoy a bottle of 812 Rolandberry in the warmth of my chamber. Well, I prefer the strategy council room. I shall make Battalia tea should you thirst. Ha! Ever the same, I see. Rahal wants to hit that, and can you blame him? Carilla's gay. Sorry. Sapphics only. That was General Carilla of the Temple Knights. Her order watches over the city and protects Chateau d'Orgy. Rahal's Royal Knights, on the other hand, spy on our enemies and battle fiends. I totally read battle fiends. Is it just battle fiends? No, they spy on our enemies and battle fiends. Though battle fiends is a cool thing. That's a good concept. With such disparate duties, the two orders maintain a tense rivalry. Perhaps I could be of service. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know? Yeah. So we can ask him some questions. We have this little menu down here. I would like to go out and do battle. I want to go shopping. I want to know more about adventuring. I want to know about all of these things. So let's take a moment to just get some information from Sorrel. Just got here and you're aching to leave, eh? Listen, the lands are wild beyond our gates, filled with fiends and their ilk. Right behind you is the West Gate. Beyond that, the wilds of West Ronfar. Should you need direction, ask those around you. Our citizens are friendly for the most part. Oh, look at this map. I forgot how just useless and ugly this map is. Here, take this adventurer coupon. Give it to Alivia in Victory Square. I'll show you where she is on your map. So, we have to go here, and we're here. See, we're this little dot, and we need to go to this little dot, and this is what the map looks like. It's not great. This, look, see, we get to psychic vision. Open the map option from the main menu, select markers, and then scroll to the right. That will tell you where you need to go. I like that we just put that dialogue just into his mouth. We're not even trying to fuck around with like describing it or hiding it inside, which is for the best, really. Like it can get very goofy when we try and too hard to wrap all that up inside of a character, diegetic dialogue. To give items to others, select trade from the menu. Don't you forget it. The thing is, I have to remember how to get to the main menu. I think I can just type /trade. So here we are. I have to remember how I actually want to navigate this world. I think we're going to do a combination of mouse and keyboard. My controller was not working with this a minute ago. I used a controller on the PlayStation 2 alongside a keyboard. There we go. So, but it was very much kind of set up like a MUD, and so I played it much the way I played all the MUDs I've been playing with, which is mostly just keyboard. But sometimes you want to just like lay back with your mouse and not with your mouse, your controller, and just chill out. We want config gameplay. Controls auto target during battle. Yeah. Okay, we need to just turn this stuff down a little bit. Cause don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's kind of blasting my ears out. I can't hear myself at all. There we go. So that should be good. That should be better. And let me know if it's you can't hear it. We want to automatically sort our inventory. I remember that. Sort it by name and organize it, stacking them when possible. That was what I always wanted. Okay. But we still need to find out. Adjust the chat filters. No, I want to leave those on. I don't want to like... Look at how complicated all this is. We can change the window type, which is changing the background pattern. Look at how these nice background patterns that we can have. If you've played Final Fantasy games, you know the background patterns are always there for a thing you can do. I stick with the default because I think I definitely this was one I rocked a lot. But maybe maybe we'll go with this because that's fun, and that was a classic one that I always used. Max number of lines displayed. I think I want to get this a little bit higher. Minimum number of lines displayed. I kind of like just having something. And we can make this narrower. Okay, so window 2. Yeah, okay, whatever. So this is all kind of complicated with like having to go through all these weird menus, the way they set everything up. We can have our shadows be on high. Duh. It's saying we run at 29 frames per second, but you know what? I know this game never ran at 60. There's no way in hell it ever ran at 60. This... I don't know what's icon types. We'll just try type 2. We want our normal armor display, I guess. Look at all these settings. MISC 2. There are 4 MISC settings. This game was... Okay, we have a full-size keyboard. And our background aspect ratio is actually 16:9. There we go. People look a little bit less weird now. Key assignment, movement, commands. No, yeah, this is all good. Okay. There's Parisa. Look at, they're fancy. Look at these fancy, oh. Kippe. Everyone is so fancy. They've been playing this game for a long time. We'll be fancy at some point. Display graphics delineating areas of effect when displaying the sub-target of abilities and spells. Wow. There's just a lot here. Furniture camera collision. Risk effects 4, software keyboard. Effects. See all effects during battle. Why not? Mouse and keyboard. Mouse and camera. Mouse control type. Type 1. Edge panning. Normal. Allows unrestricted movement of the third-person camera. Locks the camera behind your character. I think I actually prefer chase camera from what I remember. But look at all of these fancy people. Let's take a look at. That's Veselka. And so we're tabbing around so we could see. Okay, let's take a look. We can check them. We can see what their gear is. See, we can. So they've got fancy gear. Look at all this fancy gear they have. Peace out, Veselka. Okay, well, I hate controlling my character this way. So let's go back to config for a second and take a look and what we can see about that. Mouse type 2, maybe? No, that's no good. But maybe we want to turn the chase camera off. There we go. So we're wandering around the city here, and what a weird setup for this. To walk around is the numeric pad, and then the camera is the arrow keys. For next time, we'll try and figure out how having a. That's Vana'diel. Vana'diel, sorry, I have deliveries to make. Okay, we'll go make the little deliveries, little man. So this is where we are, and yeah, this is a huge city, and I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we'll call it here because this is. I think we're about time. I don't know how long we've been running so far, but it feels like a substantial episode, and I want to spend a solid episode just getting to know the city of Vana'diel before we start venturing off. But now we have Antifarose, and we're gonna go on some adventures. We're gonna do the whole thing, y'all. We're on this train, and we're not getting off. Unless Square Enix suddenly pulls the server. And I don't think they will, because it seems like they're still making the money. So, until next time, this is Antifarose. Bye, y'all.